Hey mama, I'm Trish, and I need to tell you something that might tick off some people in the birth world. Birth doesn't have to be terrifying. It just needs to stop being a stinking mystery. After 16 years as a labor and delivery nurse, catching over 1,000 babies and birthing 6 of my own, I got fed up watching scared, unprepared moms walk into delivery rooms. So I created the birth education I wish every mama had. Real talk from someone who's been on both sides of that delivery room door. Right now, I'm giving you everything: my 3 signature birth courses, monthly support calls, my brand new birth pod class, and 30 days free in our mama membership. Plus, I'm shipping you my labor birth comb absolutely free. This little tool is a game changer for natural pain relief during contractions. That's over $4,300 worth of birth education, plus a physical tool delivered to your door. Your body was made for this, mama, but you need to know your options. Get the Calm Birth Bundle at labornursemama.com/calm, C-A-L-M, because confident mamas have better births. You get a 14-day money-back guarantee, lifetime access, and it's available right now inside our app. Stop letting birth be a mystery. Get educated, get empowered, get the bundle, and get your birth comb free. Today, we're talking about one of the hardest conversations that many new moms and their families try to avoid, but that is setting boundaries with the people you love most about your birth and your postpartum experience, and why boundaries protect relationships, and it's very vulnerable. And I also am going to chat about what it feels like to be on the other side as I prepare to become a Gigi again and respect my own daughter's boundaries. Hey mamas, it's Trish, or Labor Nurse Mama. And if you're pregnant right now, or you just brought your baby home and you're already feeling the pressure from well-meaning, loving family and friends, this episode is for you. I'm a labor nurse of 16 years, a mom of 7, and about to become a Gigi for the second time. So I'm living proof of both sides of this boundary conversation. And I'm going to be really honest with you guys today. By the end of this episode, you'll have a few boundary scripts that you can use, and just also some general advice and a framework for handling pushback from family and friends. And sometimes it's pushback from your partner. You have my permission to protect your postpartum peace, even when it feels uncomfortable and people are making you feel bad for it. Okay, so boundaries are hard and they feel hard. And here's the truth. You just went through, or you're about to go through, one of the most vulnerable experiences of your life. Your body is healing, your boobs are leaking, your booty is swollen, your hormones are everywhere, and you're learning how to feed, soothe, and care for a tiny human, sometimes on 0 sleep. And suddenly, everyone has an opinion. When to visit, how long to stay, whether you should breastfeed or bottle feed, if the baby is too hot or too cold or held too much or not held enough. The pressure is suffocating. And here's what I want you to hear. Boundaries aren't mean. They're your right. And you're allowed to protect your experience. They protect your healing, your mental health, and your bonding time. And no one has to agree with them. And this is really hard for me right now because my daughter is establishing some pretty firm boundaries, which I agree with her, but also it's hard as a family member. When you set your boundaries early, you may prevent resentment later, or you may not, but really it's not up to you to worry about that. When you're trying to people please through your postpartum, your mama journey, you're going to end up angry and exhausted and disconnected. And how others react to you, the boundaries you're setting for your experience, is really on them. And I'm saying that going through this right now, right? So I'm going to give you 3 scripts. You can copy and paste, you can text them, you can say them out loud, doesn't matter. The first one we're going to talk about is the visiting boundary. So here's a script that if you feel like you need a script, if you don't, if you just want to say it how it is, it's up to you. But you can say something like, "We're so excited for you to meet the baby. And we're asking everyone to wait until, and then you install your specific date and time for visits. So we can settle in as a family first. We'll let you know when we're ready for visitors. Thank you so much for understanding. Now, hopefully, you're able to communicate that with love. That is the best way to handle it. And how people respond to it, that's on them. The next one is advice. Here's a script. I appreciate you sharing that. Right now, we're following our whatever pediatrician's guidance or what we have found is right for our family. If we need advice, we'll ask. And sometimes you're going to get advice, and sometimes you can just let people give it and just ignore it. It's up to you how you want to handle that. If you have people offering to help you in certain ways, I want you to get really comfortable with being able to communicate how you need help. So you could say something like, the best way to help us right now is specific task, drop off a meal, run an errand, do my laundry, fold my laundry, mop my floors. We're not ready for long visits yet, but we love the support in other ways. Notice what these scripts have in common. They're kind, they're clear, and they're non-negotiable. You're not asking for permission. You're not. You're just stating what works for your family. And even if Gigi doesn't agree, it's still your right to set your boundaries. Now, what to do when your family doesn't agree? Or friends don't agree. And this is where it gets really hard. You set the boundary and someone pushes back or someone makes you feel bad about it. But I'm the Gigi. I have rights. I want to see the baby. We didn't do that way when I had you and you turned out fine, or you're being too sensitive, or you're being like horrible. Don't you care? I'm just trying to help you. First, take a deep breath. Their reaction is not your responsibility. You are not responsible for managing other people's emotions or disappointment. How you can respond is when they guilt trip you, you could say something like, you don't want to come back with negative emotions. You could say something like, I understand you're disappointed. This is what works for us right now. If they argue, you can say, I love you, but this isn't up for debate. This is the decision we made. When they ignore your boundary, you can say, we asked for, insert boundary. If that's not respected, we'll need to take a step back until it is. And again, I'm saying this in a place where some of my family is not agreeing with my daughter's choices, and I'm not agreeing with all her choices, but that's it. It's her choice. Because the hardest part is you may need to set consequences, I guess. If someone shows up unannounced after you ask them not to, you don't have to open the door. If someone criticizes your parenting, you can end the visit early. Boundaries without consequences are just words, right? So, I love y'all. And I know this is hard, especially if you agree, you have a certain boundary and your partner doesn't agree, or your mom doesn't agree, or your partner's mom doesn't agree. I'm going to flip this over to my perspective as a Gigi. I'm about to become a Gigi again, and my daughter's preparing for birth, and I have to respect her boundaries, even when they're hard for me. I'm labor nurse mama, y'all. Like, I want to be there. I want to be there for all the moments, but that's not up to me. I want to help her. I want to hold her baby. I want to soak in every second. I have experience. I've done this 7 times and I'm a labor and delivery nurse for 16 years. Surely to goodness, I'm going to be useful, right? That's what I'm thinking. But here's what I'm learning. It's not about me. This is Lainey's experience. My daughter's postpartum experience is hers. And her boundaries aren't a rejection of me. They're protection of her. And if I push, if I guilt, if I make it about my feelings, I'm hurting our relationship. And I'm hurting her peace, and that's not what I want. So I'm practicing saying, what do you need from me? Instead of what I want to do or what I know she needs. I'm here when you're ready. You're the mom. You get to decide. I have been practicing that. So I'm telling you, if you're a grandma, if you're a Gigi, if you're an uncle, if you're whatever, sitting here, I'm sitting with my own discomfort because loving her well means respecting her boundaries, even when I wish they were different. So again, if you're a Gigi or you're a family member and you're listening, your job is to support, not to lead. Ask, don't assume. Respect, don't push. Your relationship with that baby will be so special no matter what boundaries the mama needs. You'll still have a amazing experience. I didn't meet Asa, my grandson, until he was already over 24 hours because I was out of town when he was born. All my friends got to be there for his delivery, but not me. All the people I worked with because he's born at my hospital. But you know what? My relationship with him is amazing. One of the most damaging things to a new mom is guilt, and it can really hurt her. So let's not add to that. Let's add to being helpful. And if a new mom feels guilty for wanting space, let's reframe this for her. You're not being selfish. You're being a good mom and you're taking care of you. I wish I would have taken care of me early on. My family would not have respected my boundaries. They never have. They never did when I was younger, and some of them still don't. But you have every right to protect your postpartum peace. You're modeling healthy boundaries for your child, and you're teaching them that your needs matter too. And that rest is important, and that saying no is okay. So here's a mantra I want you to repeat. My baby needs a rested, peaceful mom more than my family needs to see my baby or needs immediate access. Now, if you're like me and it doesn't bother you and you're like, yeah, come and see the baby, then that's your choice too. You get to set the boundaries. That's that. And we as family members have to accept them. You need to be regulated. You need to be protected. And that's a priority. So boundaries are okay. I'm just saying that right now. They're okay, and you're allowed to set them. Mama, if you need more support navigating postpartum and boundaries and hard conversations, come join us inside of Calm Mama Society. You get it free if you purchase the birth course bundle. You get it free for 30 days, and then it's $19 a month. Or you can join at $19 a month, or you can join for the year-long discount up to $19. We talk about all of this stuff every single day. And we created a space, a very low-cost, affordable space for real moms, real struggles, and real access to a postpartum doula and myself. So if this episode helped you, share it with a friend who's about to have a baby or struggling with family pressure. Sometimes we just need permission to protect our peace. You've got this. Set the boundary, hold the line. Your postpartum health matters. As always, hit subscribe, leave a review, and we'll see you again next week. Bye for now.